Perfect. We're live. No one's here yet. That's okay. Everything looks good. We have our gesture drawings here for anyone who wants to practice, and we're going to be doing some animation as well. And then let's go, where is it? Event, start this event. Okay, we'll just have that running. Oh, let's get rid of that. Nice. So anyone just tuning in, we're going to be doing some animation with this rig. Again, I still have to test them out, and we're going to work out some of the kinks now. So in here, I have a couple poses blocked in. We're going to make this guy do a little, jump attack as well. So let's get started animating. If you're watching, you can, there's some gesture drawings for you. You can practice it on your own. You can use our Google, like our whiteboard if you want. But yeah, let's get going. So first thing I need, we'll try and knock this out in an hour. It doesn't seem too much animation, so we should be able to get it done. Let's hit this guy here. This is kind of how, also, if anyone's watching too, on our Discord, we have a voice channel open. I'm not sure how it actually works. So if you want to check that out, let me know what that is all about, because that's kind of something new that I want to try. Okay, so right away, we got our rough poses in, and we just kind of block in the shapes. I'm not really worried about the deformers or anything right now, or the perspective, just kind of where each arm goes in its general position on the rig. Messing with any deformers, I'm just trying to move things to where they should go so I can keep my pivot points kind of in check, and then I'll start using the deformers. We'll go here, the shield, we'll do that after. I'm probably gonna have to redraw some sword and shield stuff. And if you notice too, I haven't timed anything out yet. So once I get my poses down, then I can start messing with the timing. So you don't really need to find the timing right away. You can kind of do that after, especially with working on Toon Boom. Because it's not like you have to scan your drawings and see. You can just kind of play it back and adjust the timing that way. I was thinking of doing some traditional stuff today, but this would probably be faster. Here his arm goes up. I'm probably going to have to cheat this a bit because it's pretty small. I still want to see it. And this part of the process, like the posing part, is kind of my favorite part. It takes the longest, and this is where you kind of really need to focus. But if you really focus and get your poses down well, and you kind of know how everything is going to move, it makes the animation part so much faster and easier, especially working with rigs. So the scaling is a little bit off, but that's fine. So what you can also do is I can lock, this is my reference layer. I can just come down here and lock it because I keep accidentally pressing it and it's kind of getting annoying. Here. Yeah, here, actually, let me as well, if you guys want, I'll post, I should have done this before, our link to the our Google Jamboard. Where is it? Let's just search it up. So you guys can, doodle some stuff if you want. Where is it? Let's get creative Jamboard. Here we go. Let me share this link. Edit, copy link. Okay, so in the chat, here is the link to our Google Jamboard. If you guys want to doodle some stuff, if you guys want to try some of these cool poses, that would be cool as well. All right, back to this. I think this is probably going to be the toughest pose to get right. So let's just make sure we have our feet in the right place, the hands in the right place. See, the scaling is a bit off. Normally, if you're working on a show or something, they'll have like a storyboard for poses. So the scaling will be more accurate, but sometimes you got to worry about that as well. Like if the characters are the same size, if they're changing sizes. Okay, so he's jumping. It's looking pretty good. Let's do the expression now. He'll probably be angry. So let's make him a little angry. Some people don't like to do the expressions when they pose. I kind of do because it helps me read the animation more. Look like this. Give him. And yeah, if you download this rig, it has full, it should have. Oh no. It doesn't have sad mouths. Oh, whatever. That's fine. I'm going to tilt his head down a bit. So move these down, select the back of the hair. Oops. Move it up. And then we'll select this. And there we go. I guess we got no choice but to give him a smile. Okay. We'll raise his shoulders up a bit. So now see, my guide is kind of getting in the way a little bit. So what I can do now, I can go to my guide layer, make a new, where is it? Let's unlock it. Kind of make a new drawing like this. Come in with my pencil tool. Make it a little smaller. And then I can kind of redo my rough lines to make it a little easier for me to see it. And again, normally, if you're on a show, you're going to have the storyboards with you. So you can already have these rough poses in. So you may not need to, get into as much detail, depending on how good the boards are for your poses. And a shot like this, I feel it should take only, at most, a few hours to do. It's not too much, especially with rigs. Right? I'm trying to trace all the pieces now. Draw right through. I want this arm to face this way. We're going to have to adjust the perspective. On this rig, it's pretty easy to do. Go here. Get that shoulder in. I think they're both going to be facing this way in perspective. It looks a little better, even though it may not make sense. Go here. And now this part, I really want to focus on planting the feet on the floor. Right? I have my little grid perspective lines, so I want to follow that. so his feet look like they're being planted. Right? Anyone watching as well, you know, if you want to follow along with this animation, go ahead. You can download this rig off my Gumroad. It'd be fun. Okay. Right, we got this guy going. Now let's kind of adjust the pose to match. It's still a little hard to see. I probably could have went a little smaller, but it's okay. It's not so bad. We'll get this here. And this is kind of where I really started to be more comfortable with cutout animation. When I first started, I wouldn't really do these drawovers. I would kind of just try and manipulate the rig, just eyeballing it. And my pivot points would be all over the place. The scaling would be all wrong. I would really lose control of my rig really quickly. And even though I would get the scene done, like I would pose it out fast, I needed to do a revision or I had to change something later on in the process, it literally would take me double the amount of time just because I didn't know where anything was. Things weren't like working as they were supposed to be. What is this? I think this is under his shirt. So really take the time, especially if you're just starting out with Toon Boom and rigs. You want to spend a lot of time posing. And it's not just like how the character looks, making a good pose. If there's a lot of animation in your scene, sometimes you have to pose out the breakdown as well to kind of make sure that things are working when you go to animate it. I'll show you that after. Yeah, sure. My brother's home. What kind, Claude? So here.
Yeah, it was fun, but like I got kicked out. So.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
No problem.
Nice. It was my brother's birthday. You're on a live stream.
Oh.
Come say hi.
Mm-hmm.
One guy. Or girl.
I know.
Was it fun though?
Mm-hmm. What are you drawing?
We're doing this animation, like a jumping one. And then on the side, if anyone wants to like follow along, there's those poses again. So they're not like super bored, you know, just watching me.
Cool.
Next time we'll do the sketchbook thing.
Yeah. Fuck, I spent so much money again.
Really? How much?
I don't know. I don't really want to check, but I know I spent a lot.
Was Airbnb nice?
No. Dude, it was like one room.
Really?
There was 15 of us.
If you could have, what's it called? I probably could have went to pick you up.
No. It was fun to stay there. Honestly, thank God I had it because I got kicked out. No one else came. So it was just me.
They didn't leave with you?
Mm-mm.
So what'd you do? Did you get kicked out early?
Pretty early.
Why though? Do you remember?
I don't know. I was fighting demons.
That's so
But,
funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I found the sleeping bag, by the way. It was in Mom's car.
Sick.
I saw it this morning.
Thank God. No, but this it was this guy that like he was there. He lived upstairs and we got the basement.
Yeah.
And he was like Nav only told him that there were 2 people staying there. And then like 15 people rolled up, and he's like, "Oh, for some reason, like he was being super passive aggressive. For some reason, I only thought there were 2 of you sleeping here, so I'm gonna go get some more sheets and stuff."
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, and he was super pissed. Yeah, we
But
were like, "Oh, thanks, dude."
You're lucky that the basement didn't flood, especially
No.
where like by the beaches.
Yeah,
It rains
that's
so
true.
much.
Yeah, dude, someone died in Brampton
When?
yesterday. They
Really?
got hit by a tree.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, shouldn't be laughing, but fuck, imagine just getting hit by a tree.
That sucks.
Like, fuck.
What a way to go.
Yeah, hit by a tree.
Just like walking. I always think that, man. Like those big trees that fall, like you see them thing.
No, it would smoke.
You're like,
you.
geez, if that hit me,
Yeah,
I'd be done.
but it's like, what the hell? Like, you literally can't do anything to stop that. You could just one day get hit by a tree.
Just always be aware. It's always a big possibility. That could be one way to go. After, you want to take Marlo to the dog park?
Yeah, sure. It's raining though.
Oh, okay, never mind. Let me see, actually. I always forget, but the way this rig is set up, to change the perspective, I haven't used this in so long. Where is it? There, here, this cuff cutter thing. You bring it forward in Z depth, and now you can kind of change the perspective of how it looks. We'll move this. No, I want to bring that forward too. It's a pretty easy way to do it.
You want another donut?
Maybe after. I don't want my stomach to hurt so much. Did you? Where did you get those from, though?
We won't take those to green right now.
Perspective's looking good. Just gotta fix this shoulder. I want to have a little bit of overlap like this to kind of get that volume down. Let me see. Am I in the voice channel? Voice connected. So I actually wonder. Okay, I'm just leave that open. Okay, we're almost done our first pose. Sometimes the onion skin really fucks up in Toon Boom. So there, we'll get that right. We'll change the perspective on this guy. Cutter, here we go. And we'll bring it forward again. And the wrist, jeez. That was a good donut. Bring it back. I think after this, the hard part in this animation is going to be the sword and the hands. Even though the sword, the hands are set up to hold the sword, I feel I don't have enough views of the hand. Kind of sell it. Ugh, where's the back sleeve? Sleeve, upper arm, lower arm. What? Do I not have a back sleeve? I do. Back sleeve, there you go. I feel all rigs should have like a back sleeve or a back cuff. It's just so easy to put in, but so much work for the animators if the riggers forget to put it in. All right, let's do sleeve back. Oh, this is already in place. Nice. So it's looking pretty good. I think I'm going to we'll do a little cheat for the mouth. We'll just add a new drawing here. We'll come in and edit it and kind of make it angry. Feel that fits a little better. Right, looking good. Perspective is looking fine. Let's check though. So let's go to our, oh, so many groups in this rig. Drawing layer. Let's turn this off and see. This can go up here. So at this point now, I don't really need to do another draw over because everything is pretty much in place. So when I go to make these small changes, I don't have to worry about pivot points or anything. I can kind of just come in and change the animation a little bit. Excuse me. All like the main anatomy and like perspective and keeping the character on model should already be done at this point in the posing process. Let's figure out this. Oh, one thing I did forget though, I forgot to do this foot. And any questions, guys, whoever's watching, any questions about the animation process, just write a message in the chat. You know, I'd love to hear whatever you guys have to say. You know, it doesn't have to be about animation, but yeah, if I do something that you can't really understand, if I'm going too fast, if you want me to explain something else, yeah, post it in the chat. Oh. I always say this too. It's very easy, or much easier to animate when you're familiar with the rig, right? I built this rig, so I know where all the parts are. I know where all the pieces are. I know how things are supposed to work. But if this is your first time using this rig or any rig when you come on a show, it's a really, really good idea to kind of take some time and get familiar with how it's made. Because there's nothing worse than coming across like a cutter or something that you don't know what it's doing, or a piece that you can't quite press. So it's always good to be familiar with the rig. Liking this, let's move this a little bit here. Let's move this here, and then we can do the sword. Each hand, if you go here, it has its own sword prop already mixed into the hand. So that is also, that I love that actually. Nice. TG Striker, what's up, man? How's it going? Were you in the last stream? I feel a long time no see, eh? Have you been? So we could probably get away with our first pose just holding the sword. Like that. Right, we can get away with that. And then the shield. Does it come with a shield? No. So here's what we're going to do. With this shield, and this is also a good way. Nice. Good. Love to hear that. Love to hear that. So this is also really important too, because I feel a lot of the times in a show, you're going to need to put props in characters' hands. So let's say this shield. What I need to do, it's just here. I'm going to grab the group or whatever, the node, and I'm going to duplicate it. Duplicate selected nodes. I'm going to Control X to cut, go to my hand, Control V to paste. Now in my rig, I already have a place for props, so it makes it so much easier. I can just plug them right in to this comp, and then they're already attached to the hand. I need to draw a new angle of this shield. Yeah, we do. So let's do that now. Let's go back to my yeah, is it actually too, is anyone drawing these gestures or looking at the jam board? Let's see. Nothing yet. But yeah, we have a Jamboard open, guys. If you want to draw some poses, just doodle something. Yeah, it's open. So let's go back on this layer. And I want the shield to be more, what is it, this way? Right, we did, the channel's actually growing a lot. We just reached like 1,000. Oh, have you ever tried a Blender grease pencil? No, I have, well, okay, I have, but it was so overwhelming for me that I kind of just stopped. Right? Do you know any good like tutorials to get started? Because for me, it was just, there was so much information. It was so overwhelming that I kind of just, I tried it and I wasn't really getting anywhere and I kind of just stopped. But I think it's such a good tool, like 3D and 2D. I think it's so useful. But I can't find any good tutorials that are simple enough that I can follow. Okay, this is just one drawing layer. So let's just go here. We're going to go to our line tool. Tool properties. I think it's uniform thickness 3. No, it's 5. Let's get the right color. Right, and this is kind of an annoying part too, is redrawing props. Hate that. In a perfect world, the design team, the rigging team would have all the props ready to go, but that's just not realistic in an actual production. So if you're on a studio, at a studio, be ready to kind of redraw some props, redraw some hands. It's just the nature. They can't, the rigging team can't think of everything, right? So you're gonna eventually need to draw some props. Yeah. Actually, now that I think of it, there's his name is Marco Bucci. I don't know how to spell that, but he does pretty good beginner Blender tutorials. Like he's like a 2D guy and he uses Blender and he explains it really, really simple. His tutorials, they're not fully in depth, but they're good enough where I think you could follow them. So check him out, Marco Bucci. He's so good. And he really uses the grease pencil in like a 2D way, you know, because he's fully 2D. But yeah, very, very useful stuff. I'm surprised more studios aren't using Blender, even for storyboarding, right? Because you can literally draw right on the 3D elements. Crazy. Oh, that's good. Right, we'll just quickly rough this in because it shouldn't be a big deal if we're a little off model on this shield because it's kind of a weird angle. All right. Okay, let's color it in now. Shield. Is anyone working on any cool animations at the moment or any cool pieces of art? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, exactly. You can move it through 3D space. Have you guys heard of, it's called like Mental Canvas? I've seen so many videos of it on like LinkedIn and TikTok and stuff, but I don't really know what it is. We're just gonna use a flat blue because it looks ugly. It also seems really good for like storyboarding and doing 3D moves. Short break. Okay. This is like a class that you can go on. It gives you like an hour of gesture drawings, and they include a break. Pretty nice. Yeah, look it up. I'm not exactly sure if that's even the name, but I think it's like an app on the iPad or something. I have to see if I can find it. Okay, our shield is good. Not really. There you go. Maybe it would be. Oh, I think I got the angle wrong, but we're gonna keep it like that. And then we got to get rid of this shield on the back. Maybe we'll give him 2 swords. I kind of like that. No, I don't like that. Okay, first pose done. Second pose. Oh my god, nightmare. So here, we're gonna lift his eyes up. The good thing about this rig is we got some eyelids too, and they kind of like cut it off here. So if we choose these eyelids, let me lock this layer. I'm gonna choose these eyelids, have him look down. And we're probably gonna do different mouth. My favorite tool in Toon Boom. Oh, this one, 100%. If you go to animation and go envelope creator and create an envelope, it creates like an automatic envelope deformer. It's so useful. It saves like so much time if you're rigging. Like I remember, I think it used to be like an add-on or something, and then they added it into the software. So useful. And like even if you don't know anything about rigging or deformers, it's easy to use. You don't need to know anything basically. How about you? What's your favorite? We're gonna have his arm. Yeah, look, so it's so simple. If you go sidetrack here, I made a video about it, but like here's a quick demonstration. If we have like a rectangle here, we fill it in, right? And then if I go up to here, animation, create envelope, this shows up. And then how many points do I want? I go like 4 deformer points, create envelope. And then right away, it's a perfect deformer around my shape. It's insane. It saves so much time. Okay, let's unlock this guy. How long have we been going? 33 minutes. Anyone else? Anyone else have any cool tools they like to use in Toon Boom? So here, this part, I really want to emphasize this change of like from this C curve to this C curve. Oh, my eyes. Let's turn this. I can't see anything. Okay, so do I want to have his hips like this? Yeah, I feel I might have to hide this hand, or we're gonna have to bring it out a bit more to see it. We'll have this perspective. Otherwise, you won't be able to see it. We'll go here. Oh, break is over. Okay, anyone still doing these gestures? Break is over. Get back to work. Okay, that's fine. I got sort of the pose going. I kind of like this. This will be up. And then the legs will be down like that. And this too, this like drawing the poses out before, if you want to like move things farther away from the camera or closer to the camera, it really helps. And hang on, I'm gonna dim this down because it's fucking driving me crazy. There you go. Whew, much better. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna turn this light off. It's killing me. All right. So here, let's move it like this. Yeah, that's a little better. Ah, yeah, that's okay. You know, the time slot can't work for everyone. I'm just happy that you're even tuning in. That is also a big thing. Move it like this. It's really nice to see. Every week we have some people returning for these streams. We're getting some good like conversations going. Yeah. And it's such a good way to like make content even when work is like really busy and I don't have time to make like a full animation tutorial video, you know? I can kind of just do it this way. Like this. Yeah, so any questions, guys, about like the animation industry, your portfolio? If you want to link your portfolio in the chat, we can even check that out. That would be cool. Also, whoever's watching, do you have an animation portfolio ready? Are you working on one? How's that going? Nice. This is actually turning out a lot better than I thought. This rig is pretty fun to use. There are some kinks that I still need to work out, but you know, in the next one. Also, too, anyone who downloads my rigs, like, don't be afraid to give me some feedback. If something's not working out for you, if something's really annoying to use, I'd actually love to hear that as well, so I can kind of make it better. Because again, although I like to build these rigs, I am not a professional rigger. That's not kind of my thing. I just kind of do it for fun. It's always good to improve. We want this to be up here. We want this to be here. What's the time? 39 minutes. We can get this done. Let's do. Also, too, another cool thing. Like a lot of the times, you're gonna flip your feet, but to avoid like flipping the animation, you can go to the drawing substitution, new drawing substitution, and actually just flip that drawing. I find that works a lot. So I don't have to worry about like the animation flipping when I tween it or whatever. it's just a drawing swap, which makes it a lot easier. Okay, this guy's here, here. Oof. Yeah, these lights were way too bright. Just we're screwing up my vision. Fuck. I'm gonna be fucking blind by the time I'm 30. Here, this needs to be the right. I think if I had to change something, I'd take out these black shadows underneath the tunic because it's hard to see what's going on. I guess too, like the bigger this channel gets, the more live streams we can do. We can do like separate days or, you know, specific activities for each day. And then it'll give you guys more options. If you can't make one, it won't be a big deal. And now, have I been on this lounge the whole time? No one is here, I don't think. I don't understand how that works. Okay, let's get this guy down. What we want. What I don't want to do is draw a new foot, so we'll just go like this. Just cheat it a bit. It's actually not looking that bad. Like this, maybe. And also, too, I'm using Toon Boom 17. I think I might upgrade to Harmony 21 soon. But there are a lot of better features on that one. So nice. Right, so if you guys are looking to look at the new features in Harmony 17, check out, I always say this, Bird Brain. She has an amazing channel to keep everything up to date. She's always up to date with the latest version of Harmony. She is probably the best Toon Boom channel out there. Oh. Let's move this, this, this. I think the studio I work at, I think they're upgrading the server this weekend to kind of get everyone on Harmony 21, which I love. What the fuck did I just do here? Uh-oh. What did I do? I really messed up this collar. Oh, weird. Yeah, like Harmony 17, it's okay, and I'm pretty sure you can kind of let me turn this off too. I gotta turn these lights off. Fuck, it's killing my eyes. Yeah, Harmony 17, you can pretty much get away with all the most important stuff. Harmony 21, they just have a little bit more like useful features for deformers and stuff. Sleeve, back sleeve. Oh, my eyes are killing me. Okay, let's take a look at how it looks without our drawing. Okay, not bad. So now I don't think I need to redraw. I can kind of just adjust the rig. We'll speed this up a bit. Right, and the more comfortable you get using rigs, the less drawovers you're going to have to do, and the faster you're going to get. So this thing will go here. What is that? Oh, it's the sword. There you go. That's a nicer pose. Now here, what I want is this behind. What drawing tablet do you use? I use a, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, a Huion Canvas 22, I think. And like, it's half the price of a Wacom. I find it's just as good. Like, I use it for my personal work, professional work, and I don't really have too much issues. I feel if you're going to invest in anything, the drawing tablet might be a good option, but I find investing in a good computer is a better option. Because the drawing tablets are going to be okay, but if your computer is running really slow, that is when it's going to be hard to get your work done on time, or it's going to be really annoying where your work is going to be crashing all the time. So ever since I upgraded my actual computer, it's been way easier to get work done. That being said, there are a few very, very cheap drawing tablet options out there I want to try out. There's like the XP Pen Pro, whatever it's called, um, and a couple others that seem pretty cheap and they seem just as good. Oh, this is really making me angry. What about you? What drawing tablets do you guys use? Anyone watching? What is your favorite tablet to use? So if we take a look too, this rig doesn't have it. But if you wanted to get like a line here, you'd have to draw like on the overlay layer. And I forgot to put that in my rig. So we're just gonna leave it. So let's take a look how it looks in the render view. See how this is kind of broken? So we're gonna have to tone that back. Right, that's another thing to watch out for. Sometimes the render view and the OpenGL view are gonna show you some different things. You just gotta make sure that you're watching them. Oh, it's from the sword. Shit. Here on System Pro. Yeah, exactly. Like their support is good as well. They make pretty good quality products, and they're just getting better, right? All these companies are just getting better. I do have to confess though, the Huion tablet, the pen tablet. Yeah, sure. It's probably one of the best I've ever used. It just feels better. It's very responsive. But if you're trying to teach yourself animation, you're trying to save some money, you don't need one. You don't need to get one. Oh, 100%. I tried to use, I guess it's called a pen display. Yeah. Like I tried to use a drawing tablet where you draw here and it comes up there. For me, it's impossible to draw like that. I can animate like that with rigs like this. It's okay. But drawing, I can't. I can't get a clean line. I can't do anything. It's horrible. Hey, look, looking pretty good. Our last pose. This is probably going to be the hardest pose to get. So let's go like this. His belt is probably going to be this way. Anyone else? using a drawing tablet or what, or if they like to work on a Cintiq or a pen display, let me know. So let's go here. This is going to be up like this. I might have to lower him down, actually. This is going to be hard to get right, I think, this pose. Let's go. Remember, when you're lowering parts of the rig, it's best to like move big parts together and then go to the little parts. Now, if we look, see how my pivot point for this bottom path is all the way up here? I kind of fucked that up. But my pivot point for this is right where it should be. Okay, let's do our last draw over. And then after this, so after this posing, it's basically just like working within the pose, maybe adding an anticipation and working out the timing, and this will be done. So if you have some strong poses, you don't have, you can kind of just like stay in that pose and move a little thing here and there, and it's a lot easier and faster to finish, and it looks better. But try not to think of like hitting so many different poses. Just hit a strong pose, and then you can kind of work in and out of that pose. Okay. Good. I think I'm going to keep his arm back. We want it. This is going to, we can cheat the arm a bit here because it's covered by his face, I think. We'll keep it straight. Yeah, I wanted to actually do this video as like a full video tutorial, but just work has been really, really crazy this past couple weeks, and I just wouldn't have time to edit the video and make the video, so we're gonna do it as a live stream. Here, this. Let's drop the head. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna copy, because this has head tilts. We're gonna take one of these head tilts. Oh no, I don't have head tilts. I took them out of the rig. Fuck. Okay. No problem. We'll just make our own. This. It's really nice to like go from such a mess of a rig, you know, of your posing where you can't really see what's going on, to the final pose and you can, it's everything's clear and the pose looks great. It's really a rewarding feeling. Ah, that's a good idea. Like cut them up and post them as a time lapse, even do some voiceover after. I love that idea, and I'm gonna do that with this one. Because the survey, like I sent out a survey to everyone, and it seems that lots of people want more like animation demos, you know? So I want to start doing more of those. And not to mention, it's actually good practice for me. Right, especially poses like this too. It's really, really important. I can't stress this enough. It's not even like knowing your animation skills. It's knowing how to use the rig is a huge part. You can be like one of a really, really good traditional animator have really strong sense of the 12 principles of animation. But once you try and use a rig, it's so hard to get it to do what you want it to do. So it's a whole different thing. Do we have any traditional animators watching? Or are you guys strictly cutout animators? No worries, man. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next ones. Hey, have a good one. You gotta go, no worries. Hope this at least was a little entertaining for a bit. Okay, we got this. What are we doing? 55 minutes. We got 5 minutes. I feel we could at least finish these poses in 5 minutes.
Brother, listen to me, brother. I smash you.
Are you guys watching like UFC stuff? Diego Sanchez. Thank you. I'm almost done here. I got like 5 minutes. Yeah, I always think I can do things faster than I can. All right. Get this pose down. Let's put this foot on the floor. Oops. It's actually so nice that people tune into these, you know? Like our community is growing slowly, but I feel we have really, really great people in our community who just like love to learn. They're very positive. And yeah, I'm super, super thankful about that. You know, that you guys really make posting videos easy. Last leg. Let's check the size. Like our size, pretty good, pretty good. Like this. And my stream music is almost over as well. We got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Sleeve back. Where's the cuff cutter? Oh, my eyes feel so much better now. Fuck. Give him. Yeah, I really gotta put. I thought I put formers on the eyes, the eyelids. You really need them though. I just love. Let's see how it looks. Oh, fuck. See this problem? We'll fix it in the next video. Okay, so that's an hour. Let's turn this off. Ah, class is done. Beautiful. So in the next live stream, let's actually finish this animation. So we got it all posed. 1, 2. Maybe this. Jumps, lands, boom. So next stream, we'll take this to the animation stage. I'll fix up all these little problems right now, like the sword, the eyes, the arm, and the angles. And then we can take it to animation. So that's it for this live stream, guys. Thank you, everyone who showed up. You know, always love to see everybody. Always love to see everyone participating. So nice. And yeah, maybe I'll see everybody in the next one. Thanks.